Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me again. Happy Monday to each one of you. So I'm going to go straight into it. We're going to talk about three things since I've lost a minute and a half right now because I didn't turn my mic on. We're going to talk about updates for the entrance test with regards to commerce, and we're talking about commerce today because there were several questions last week about what kind of courses and updates and things like that. Okay, so I just thought it's a good idea to just get on here and talk to you guys about it. So we're going to talk about updates for entrance tests. We're going to talk about the different, probably the different courses that you can do after grade 12 in the field of commerce. And then thirdly, we're going to talk about how to choose. Yesterday, I had a student who called me and said, Miss, I'm so confused. I don't know what to choose. I want to do commerce and I want to do economics and I want to do accounts. I don't know what to choose. So I hope you're here, the student who called me, and I hope this will be of help to you. So really quickly, the updates on the entrance test. So the IIM Indo, the Integrated Program and Management Aptitude Test, is right now scheduled for the 30th of April. And right now, and there is no change as of now. But if there is a change, we'll be sure to get on here and give you that information. Secondly, NMIMS, which is the NPAT exam, is as of today scheduled for the 9th and 10th of May. So you still have time. You've got a month to study for that one. The Symbiosis entrance test, which is set, is right now on the 2nd of May, and there is no change for that one too. Christ, the BBA entrance exam, there are two dates for it. 14th and 26th, okay, two entrance exams. Now, the deadline to submit your application for the 14th is the 8th of April, okay, which is in the next couple of days, day after tomorrow. And then the one on the 26th is the 16th of April. You need to be giving in your applications by then. Now, both of these tests are going to be online. You can do it at home. So if you are applying to Christ, you probably want to get on it and do that. The DU joint admission test is on the 2nd and 9th of June. So it's a while away from now. But their application form they were supposed to put out, but it's postponed. That's what it says on their website. They still haven't put it out, so you've got some time. And just keep checking the website if you're looking for DU, all right? The NCH MCT JEE, does anyone know what that's for? NCH MCT JEE. I know you can't respond to me, but it's for hotel management and catering. So if any of you are looking for that, it's on the 25th of April. All right. And then there's the St. Xavier's College in Bombay, the entrance test there. So for the BCom, it's an evening college for BCom. It is, there's no test, it's merit-based. But for the management studies, the bachelor's in management studies, it's on the 15th of June. So you do have some tests coming up, end of April, some in May, and then some in June. So if you need this information, any of these tests that I talked about, please write to us at guideme@univariety.com, and we'd be happy to send you that information. Okay, so with regards to the course that you need to be choosing. So mind you, the commerce, the Bachelor of Commerce or BBA, any of these, you don't have to have been a commerce student in grade 11 and 12. A science student might decide, you know what, I don't want to go the science route, therefore I'm going to go the commerce route, which is fine. And then maybe a humanities student wants to do the same thing, all right? So the first one, there are 4 different ones that you can, the main ones, and I'm going to talk about those ones. First is BCom. We all know what BCom is. Now you can do commerce. So basically what BCom is, it's very commerce heavy. So what you've been, it's an extension of what you've already been studying in grade 11 and 12. So then those will be subjects like accounts and finance, taxation, company law, things like that. So this is the first step. If you are deciding to go ahead and do your CA, or you're wanting to do CS or CMA, any of these, then you should be taking a BCom. Now keep in mind there are 2, okay, I'll come to that later. I'm jumping the gun. Okay, second is BBM, which is a Bachelor of Business Management, or there's a BBA, which is a Bachelor of Business Administration, okay, or there's a BMS. Now, with what they say is that with a BBA or a BBM, the kind of jobs that you can choose are a little bit more. So you can go into HR or you can go to marketing. So you learn about a plethora of different types of courses. All right. So you can do economics, you can do public relations, supply chain, logistics. All of this comes under BBM, BBA. So as I'm talking about these courses, think about yourself and think, whether this would be of interest to you or not, and what you're trying to pursue, especially if you're in 11 and 12. You should kind of have an idea of eventually what you want to be doing. Otherwise, I'll tell you a right way of how you can choose. All right. So if you want to pursue your MBA, then the BBA or BBM is what is recommended. You also do subjects like general management, international business, organizational behavior, things like that is what you will be doing in the BBA, BBM course. All right. Then there is the third one, which is the BA in economics or a BSc in economics. And this is what I was going to talk to you about before. Now, you must be wondering, what's the difference between a BA and a BSc? BA is more theoretical in what they will be teaching you, the theoretical knowledge, and BSc is more practical. So keep that in mind when you are thinking, what is it that you want more hands-on, or do you want more theory? What are you good with? You need to look at what your strong points are before you choose. They also have BA or BSc just normal, or you can do an honors program. Honors programs are more rigorous. Okay, they're more challenging, more hard. So if you feel like that's what you need, go ahead. Obviously, it does look better on your CV if you have an honors degree, but of course it's very competitive and it's pretty challenging. It's pretty hard to get into also. All right. So for economics, if you're looking, you have to have math and stats. All right. It's recommended that you have it in 11 and 12 also, at least math. You have to have math. So basically what you're doing in economics is you're learning about demand and supply. It's about policy making. It's about foreign currency, what's happening in the financial world or in the economy around the world is what you will be looking at and what you will be studying in economics. So keep that in mind, the BA and the BSc. And the last one I want to talk about is the BSc in finance. You will be doing things like investment banking, if those are the kind of things that you are interested in, portfolio management. So you can either specialize in one of these that I just talked about, and there are numerous things that you can do after BSc in accounting and finance or just finance. Otherwise, you can just keep it general. So basically, you're learning skills to manage money. All right. Now, keep in mind, if you're thinking of going abroad to study, you won't find a Bachelor of Commerce. You will only find that in Commonwealth countries. So places like India, of course, will have it. But everywhere else, it's a general business course. So if you look at the US, you won't find a BCom. You'll have to look at a general business course that you can do. All right. So for BCom, BBA or BBM, BSc or BA in economics, and then a BSc in finance. All right. Now, the most common question is, Miss, do I choose BCom or do I choose BBM? And what they say is you just have to look at the course structure. So what are you going to be studying over the semesters? Most universities will put that out. Look at your career opportunities, and of course, look at the admission process is what you need to look at. Now, some universities, I just want to touch on the math. I said for economics, you have to have math. But for BBA, some universities don't need it, but some do, like DU and IM, NMIMS, all of those for the BBA will need. For BCom, you necessarily don't need math. So if you feel like you're not doing that well in math and you don't have it in 11 and 12, this may be a good option, but you can't go into an honors program. It'll just be a normal Bachelor of Commerce degree, okay? And then, like I said, for the economics, you do need math. Now, other than these, with commerce, the other things that you can do, which I'm not going to get into because I want to talk about how you can decide or how best to decide what would be the best course for you, is other courses are hotel management, hospitality and tourism. So even now, if you talk to people who are teaching on the hospitality courses, they will say, we're not just equipping you to work in hotels, but you can be working in banks. You can go out and work for a multinational company. They will be teaching you business related skills. It's just not F&B and front office and reception and things like that. You will be learning skills that you can use outside of the world of hospitality or hotel management. There's also filmmaking. There are people who go into filmmaking, company secretary, actuarial science. Yeah, although actuarial science is recommended for your master's degree. There's business economics. There's one called cost and works accounting, which is an upcoming career. And that's something maybe if you feel like you love the accounting part of the BCom or commerce that you are studying right now, that's a good one. And of course, ACCA is, how you can do your chartered accountancy, but you need to club it with an undergraduate degree. Okay. So I hope I've made myself clear. I will be taking questions on these soon, but really quickly, let me just tell you how you can choose what is the best course for you. First of all, you need to assess your own interests. How do you do that? I will be talking about it in just a little bit. So think about, do you have communication skills? Are you strong in those kind of things? Are you a good leader? How much do you actually want to study? Some of you might say, Miss, I just want to get an undergraduate degree and I don't want to look at a textbook anymore, which is fine. I get you. But you also kind of need to gauge. So don't, if you don't like to pursue an education that much and you're not too serious about studying, then be mindful of the kind of course. Don't go take a BSc economics, which is an honors degree, because it's going to be very, very rigorous for you. So be wise. Think about if you have interest in numbers, so just introspect a little bit. Think about parents. This is for you also, just for you to have an understanding of the interest that your child has. Secondly, what do you want from your commerce degree? And parents, I'm asking you that same question that you can ask your children. What is their long-term goal? What are they hoping to achieve after their commerce degree? So do they want to specialize? Do they just want to keep it general? Do they want it to be intensive? Do they want to do an honors degree? Do they want to branch off and combine their BBA or BBM with like law or economics? Or, lots of universities are now offering where you can put two degrees together. Do you want to do mass communication? So what is it eventually that you want to do? So really, it's so important that you know what your interests and your personality is. Third, your capacity for hard work. We've already talked about this, so I won't spend too much time on it. But really, are you the type who says, and I always ask students, are you okay to work through the weekends? Even when you're looking for a job, be mindful of, your own capacity and be realistic. Don't say, right now I don't like to work, but in 3 years I will. No, that's not going to work. You need to decide right now. You need to know now what your capacity for hard work. All right. And parents, maybe y'all are better judges of this. You might know your children a little better than they know themselves at this point. Okay. You might want to consider professional courses. That may be something else. So alongside your undergraduate degree, what do you want to do with it? Do you want to do a CA, or do you want to do CFA or CMA or company secretaryship, any of these? So think about, if you do want to do some of these, then you should be, like we said, you need to be looking at a BCom. Okay. Very importantly, get in touch with professionals, people who have already done a course like a BBM or a BCom or a BSc in finance. Find out what they're doing, what kind of careers are available for you. And we're going to be talking, I've already talked about the VIP, the virtual internship program. That's a great way to find out, to ask professionals what they did. But then we're just going to not spend time on it today. We're going to talk about it in detail again tomorrow, because the questions keep coming in. Even over the weekend, there were so many people showing their interest, and we're very appreciative to all of you for writing in and asking us to send you information. And lastly, do a psychometric test. Have you heard of psychometric tests? I know some of you don't have it in your schools, which is completely fine. You can get in touch with us. So whether it is, if you're a 9 and 10 and you're thinking which branch you need to go, we have a branch selector test. We have an aptitude or a psychometric test that we can offer to look at what your strengths are, where your interests lie, what your personality is like. It'll give you like a holistic holistic report that you can look at, and that'll be kind of a good judge of what would be a good undergraduate program for you. So whether you're a 9, 10, 11, 12, reach out to us, guide me at univariety.com. So it just all ties back into doing that psychometric test. You will be able to assess your skills and your interests. Okay, so we looked at three things: update on all the entrance tests. If you want information about that, I'm happy to send it to you. We talked about the four main or most popular courses that students take after their BCom, and also the other options that you do have and how you can choose, and the best way to choose. First of all, assess your interests, maybe by doing a psychometric test. And mind you, if you do it with us, you can club it with a counseling session. So you finish a test, and then we will put you in touch with a counselor who will walk you through your report and then recommend what would be the best course or best way forward for you. So assess your interest by doing a psychometric test. Think about what you want, your long-term plan with your commerce degree, your capacity for hard work. Be realistic, know how much and understand how much you really want to study, and consider professional courses. Maybe that's something that you want to club along with your bachelor's degree. And lastly, get in touch with professionals. Okay, over the next week, so today we're just talking about commerce, but I just really quickly want to go through what we're going to do over this coming week. So tomorrow we're going to be talking about online summer internships. On Wednesday we'll talk about effective study skills, because last week so many of you asked me, how do I balance between my entrance test prep and my final exam prep? So we'll talk about that. Thursday, we'll talk about how it's important to have your schedule and plan your day, especially during this lockdown. On Friday, something super cool, super interesting. We're going to talk about 3 digital tools you can use to improve your skills, your soft skills. And Saturday, of course, will be the weekly roundup. Okay, so let me just quickly look at questions. Ma'am, can I clear? Yes, Miss. Yes, you can. You can clear your doubts over email. Please write to me at guideme@univariety.com. Courses for hotel management. So IHM is known for their hotel management courses. But if you want another list of courses, Bhuvan, we are happy to send you that. Can you fill me on some information regarding BMS? You mean, Bani, do you want information with regards to colleges? Like, if you can write into me, then I can guide you the right way. As in, do you want what kind of careers can you do, or what the entrance tests are like? So, for example, St. Xavier's College, they have an entrance test that you have to do, but they also have a really good course in management studies. CA Foundation in correspondence with BCom is a good option. Yes, absolutely. That's a good way for you to start. Absolutely. Where is the psychometric test, Isha? So the psychometric test is through Univariety, and if you get in touch with us, we can tell you how you can do a psychometric test. It depends on what your need is. If you're looking at, it depends what class you're in and what really you're trying to get at the end. Whether it is to choose which branch would be good for you, or what your strengths and your interests are. Based on that, we can recommend a psychometric test for you. Best courses for commerce student, Aditya, I just mentioned the best courses. Okay, BCom, BBA, BBM, BMS, BSc Finance, BA Economics, BSc Economics are the 4 most popular ones. All right. We do CA, CS, and CWA together. I don't think it's recommended. I think you will have to pick one of them and do it with your undergraduation course. Okay. Please, can I have the schedule for the entrances, Adnan? Absolutely. I will send it to you. So I just have when the entrance tests, the dates are. I can put that on an email and send it to you. No problem. Okay, which all courses can be applied together, like CA and BCom? So it depends, Sanyam. Can you be more specific? What do you mean? So the one that you're talking about, CA and BCom, is a good combination. And there are people who do CFA and BCom together. So BCom will give you the background or the first step that you need, the foundation that you need in order to succeed in your CA. Where can we do the psychometric test? Okay, I already read that one. What is this test about? Which test? You mean psychometric? uh, it's basically for you to find out what your interests and your skills and your personality are, especially if you're confused about what you want to study. It depends which class you're in, Rupanjoy. So if you tell me which grade you're in, then we can tell you based on that what psychometric test will be good for you. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Yash, I know I was inaudible, but I hope you heard me. I want to pursue CA. It's worth it to join good colleges like, yeah, and or opt. You know what, Ajay? It's a good question. I think if you have the opportunity and if you have the aptitude to get into like Narsimonji or Mitibai or Xavier's, then you should, because not that the others are not good, but I don't know what you mean by ordinary BCom college. But I think the if you can go get into one of these colleges, you definitely should, because they'll always be on your CV that that's where you got your BCom from, and it really looks good. Okay, so that's what I would recommend, and challenge yourself a little bit. I think that's what you should do. Okay. Let's see, are there any more questions? Ronak, you're asking me about scholarships abroad. Wait, before that. Yes, Bhavik, we will send you the information about psychometric test. Okay. Rahul, I'm in grade 11th. Am I eligible? Eligible for what? Are you eligible to do the psychometric? Absolutely. So if you're interested, then just write to us. Just send me your email address and we will. Okay. Do we need to email for the test? Yes, please, Sushweta. Yes, that would be great. If you want the test and you want to know what you can get out of it and what it entails, then yes, you need to send us an email, please. Can you suggest best college for career in economics? I actually have a list that I can send you. So I know that there are a handful of them. It's on my other laptop, but I can. Achintya, who asked me that question? Shilpin, I will send you. I have your questions all, so then I will make sure that I will send you that. Shilpin, I need to send you economics. Okay. Achintya, I think you called me yesterday. Which course is best preferred for a good corporate job? All of them that I talked about, it all depends on how you do on it. So any of these can get you into a good corporate job. So don't be more specific, Achintya, about what you mean by good corporate job, and what do you see yourself do in that job is more important than getting into a good corporate job. So think about your skills, think about what you would like to do. Do you like to work in teams? Are you good with communication? Are you a good leader? Are you good with numbers? Things like that is what first you should be figuring out. And then based on your skills and your interests, we can match you to the best bachelor's program that would be good for you. Ma'am, please tell about Ronak. So I can't, because we're only talking about commerce right now, but I'm going to take that down. And you've asked me that question 3 times. So obviously, you really want an answer. I can put you on to somebody who can send you that information, or it could be something that I can talk about at a later date. So tell me about scholarship abroad. Please, if you can tell me which country you're looking at, then I can tell you the different ways that you can apply for a scholarship abroad. With which course should we start our career? I mean, which course is good for someone who's confused now, because I'm actually in the 12th grade. Rishabh, can you tell me what you're studying right now? And then maybe it's good for you to do a psychometric test that will help you kind of figure out what your interests are. So I keep talking about interests, boys and girls, parents, if you're there. What I mean is, it's so important that you match your interest with the career that you get. Okay. It's not just about your aptitude. Yes, you need to be good at something, but you also have to have an interest in it. If you have no interest, it doesn't make sense for you to go into. So some of you may be really good in accountancy. Okay. Your aptitude is very good, but you actually have no interest. So I don't recommend that you get into it if you have no interest. That should be your basic. Have an interest in it, and then look at your aptitude, and then we can help you. Okay, Ronak, how can I apply for SET? If you go on to their website, into the Symbiosis website, Rahul, you'll be able to see how you can apply online. The application form should be out. Their test is on the 2nd of May, so I'm pretty sure the applications are out, so you can actually go in and fill it online. Okay. So computer science with LLB. Wait. Is it good to do CS with LLB? You mean computer science with LLB? No, I would say maybe either do LLB or do CS. Don't do both together. I would recommend maybe you can do a BCom or a BBA with LLB, and then that will be a better combination than CS. Okay. In which career is there more scope? Arhan, what do you mean? I think my career has the most amount of scope. So please be more specific. If you're talking about commerce, I think it depends on what you want to do, whether you're doing a BBA and you want to do an MBA and then you want to do international relations, or you want to do international business, or you want to do public relations. So there's scope in every one of them. All right. So you just need to decide. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for recommend. Okay. So it just depends on what you want to do. Sorry, I CS you meant by company secretary and not computer science. I don't recommend doing company secretary with LLB. It may be too much for you to study. I would expect, I think it would be better for you to do your LLB first, get started on that, and then you can think about company secretaryship. Don't do it together. That's my opinion, but it all depends on your aptitude and what kind of student you are. And so I would need to talk to you a little bit more before I can actually directly tell you to do or not to do. Okay. So Rima, event management is very upcoming. I think there are colleges that do offer event management, but you probably want to look at whether you want to do corporate events or or private events. It depends on what kind. I think to be creative, to take risks is very, very important. So if that's the kind of personality that you have, then yes, event management is there. There's lots that you can do around it here in India, abroad. What I would suggest is do first a bachelor's degree in just commerce or in BBA, and then for your master's, maybe you can specialize in event management. Because what if in 3 years you decide that you don't want to be an event manager? Okay, so be careful of that. Just make sure that girls and boys, if you're in 9, 10, 11, 12, I think it's important that you first do general courses, because you're still deciding what you like and what you don't like, and then you can start to specialize after your undergraduate degree. Okay. Okay. Please, Meher. Okay, how can I pursue actuarial science? Sorry, I'm just reading as these come along. Actuarial sciences, what is recommended is that you do a bachelor's in accounting and finance first, and then for your master's, you can do an actuarial science. So what is recommended would be for you to do a BSc in finance, and then you can go on to a master's in actuarial science. And there's a lot of scope in actuarial science, but you have to love numbers and stats. Can you please share hotel management courses info? Yes, Bovan, and best Mehek, best colleges. If you can write into us, we can provide you with that information. So just write into me, and then I can send you. My email address is on top over here. Okay. What is better to do after BCom, Sneha? So like I said, it's a good step in order. BCom normally people do if they want to do CA or CS or CMA with it. So maybe with your BCom, you can also think about doing like your ACCA or CA or any of that. Can one do CA by doing BSc Finance? Yes, Prithvi, you can. It all depends on how rigorous and how hardworking you are. Okay. Yes, I can. So Arpita, you are a science student, but I'm guessing that you don't want to go into the sciences anymore. For banking, like I said, it would be good. Either you can do a BCom, you can do a BBM, or you can do a BSc Finance. All of those should get you into things like investment banking. Okay. Can you tell me something about cyber law? Interesting. Okay, Harshita, I'm not sure. I will have to look whether we offer cyber law as a bachelor's degree. I don't think we do. You'll have to do a general LLB, and then for your LLM, you can specialize in cyber law. Okay, but it's a great option. What I would recommend is you do your LLB here. And then maybe for your masters, you can think about going abroad, or you can stay here. We have equally good law colleges that you can do it at, but do cyber law at a master's level, not at a bachelor's level. Um, Dia, what courses? You want to know about these courses? Yes, I can send it to you. Anything about photography? So I think, Aditya, something like photography will come under mass communications, mass media, visual communications is what the kind of course that you will have to look at. I do suggest that you do something like that instead of just a bachelor's degree in photography, unless you're sure that you're going to make a career out of it. So, like I've been saying, very important to choose a general course first and then to specialize for your masters. Okay. When will you, Bhavik? When will I be talking about engineering courses? I wasn't planning to, but now I will. I will talk about it next week, and we can see what kind of careers there are for people who finish engineering. So, girls and boys, parents, educators. I know that I'm just reading questions as I go, but if I missed out on anything, you're more than welcome to write to us at guideme@univariety.com, and I will also be taking, once I log out of here, I will be taking all these questions and making sure that I actually respond to some of them tomorrow in my webinar. Some that are most common, and then some I will turn into webinars specifically for next week. Okay, so just continue to. I will wait another minute or two, and I will keep reading out. Ansh, you want me specialization in BBA like finance? Please discuss that. So what that means is that in the first, I think in the first 2 years, you can just do a general BBA, and then in the third year, they will ask you to specialize. That's more for like not so much in the BBA course, but in the BSc finance is what you can do. You can pick a specific course for the last year, and you can specialize in something like investment banking or portfolio management, things like that. But you can also choose to keep it general. Ansh, I hope you listen to me. How can we get the syllabus for the entrances, Xavier's entrance? So there is no syllabus, Adnan, but if you go onto the website, I saw today, they tell you what all you'll be tested on. There's different things. There's quantitative, and then there's abstract, and there's, different 3-4 different things that you have to, that will be part of your entrance test. So all you need to do is make sure that you find, I'm sure there are, mock tests that you can find online. Maybe go in and check on the net and see what you can find, but they will tell you what the breakup is, and how many minutes you'll be spending on each and what you'll be tested on. Udit, yes, you can contact me. You can write to me at guideme@univariety.com. Okay. What is good after BCom? So Sneha, it all depends on what you want to study. I know there are students who actually go in and they go into media, and they go into advertising, and they go into different type of jobs, at least for a year or two, before they kind of decide on what they want to do after. There are people who go on to do their masters, or an MBA is what is recommended. So you can do that. That would be an option. But then first you need to get a couple of years of work experience, and it's the same after BBA also. You have to work for a couple of years before you go in. Okay. All right. So I'm going to log out. I've been on, and so I don't have math with commerce. You're okay, Fayaz. If you don't have math, is fine. There are some, so you'll only be able to do a BCom, and there are colleges that will take you without math. So you should be okay in order to do that. But the chances or the choices that you have are much lesser than someone who would have had math. Okay, sorry about that. All right. Can you do literature after commerce? Absolutely, Rima. You can. Yes, you can do a bachelor of art in literature for sure. Okay. Yes, Purvi, I'm guessing yes for share market. You will definitely need math because yeah, yes for sure. I'm saying yes, yes. Entrance exam for BCom, Sneha, I did already talk about it. There are a whole lot of colleges. It depends on where you want to go study. All right. So I'm going to log off and take about 10-15 minutes to go through all your questions and make my own notes. And then I will be answering some of these questions tomorrow. But in the meantime, feel free to reach out to us if you want any question, any information with regards to the entrance test and also about the psychometric test. If you're interested in finding out what your skills are, what your interests are, please get in touch with us and we'd be happy to help you. I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you for logging in today. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.